The Master's Mysteries, Tales of Magical Mastery, Episode 54. In between, underfoot is an endless pool of blood, still being chased by 3 snake demons. It is said that Liao Fengyi's soul was trapped in a pitch-black void by the demonic Jiatu. Originally, in an unfamiliar environment, he was already at a disadvantage, and now his soul is trapped, making Liao Fengyi feel extremely passive. Those 3 snake demons move extremely fast in this space. No matter how Liao Fengyi tries to dodge, he can't shake them off. Instead, he's being surrounded and trapped tighter, and it seems like danger is imminent. Helpless, Liao Fengyi gritted his teeth and was about to fight for his life when suddenly 2 bare feet appeared in front of him. "Ahu, how did you get in? You're really clumsy," conceited fellow. Looking up, Liao Fengyi realized that it was actually his good friend Ahu. He was a bit puzzled about how Ahu managed to get in. "When you stepped in, our spiritual connections naturally allowed me to come over." "That's great," Ahu explained, and only then did Liao Fengyi understand. After stepping in, their spiritual connections allowed Ahu to know when Liao Fengyi was in danger and easily find him through the spiritual channel. "I'll handle these guys. In the spiritual realm, I find it more convenient to fight." Then Liao Fengyi saw Ahu pull out a bone stick from behind, emitting a faint blue light, looking quite extraordinary. Despite snakes being natural enemies of rodents, Ahu showed no fear. With a swing of the bone stick, he engaged in a fierce battle with the 3 snake demons. Surprisingly, Ahu was quite powerful. With a swing of his bone stick, he immediately cut the 3 snake demons into 2 halves at their waists. However, these snake demons were not weak either. Their bodies quickly merged back together, and they launched another attack. Ahu fought with great enthusiasm, not falling behind in the slightest. "Ahu, I leave it to you." With a chance to catch his breath, Liao Fengyi had a way to deal with the situation. He clasped his hands together and formed hand seals. 3 souls, 7 spirits, heaven and earth. Form my spirit. I am the center. As a Taoist priest from Maoshan, this technique of trapping souls was usually used against other demons and monsters, so he wasn't afraid. Immortal steps on the colorful clouds. Descends from the immortal realm to my side. Leaving Liao Fengyi aside for now, let's talk about the demonic Jiatu and Xiaodi outside. Seeing Xiaodi's actions, the demonic Jiatu's expression also turned serious. "Hu Jia Immortal, please show yourself." Sure enough, this delicate little girl in front of them was also an immortal who came to help. She chanted a few sacred words, summoning a Hu family immortal to her side. "This guy took away my Xiaodi. What should I do, Aunt Lan?" "Little soul, he wants me to." "Miss Lan, someone bullied me." Once turned around, the Hu family immortal transformed into a beautiful and mature woman. The little girl pouted and complained to her. "The demonic Jiatu. It's not easy to deal with if he took away the soul. Aunt Lan, what should we do now?" When Hu Quilin understood the situation, her brows also furrowed. Trapping souls was the demonic Jiatu's specialty, and if he didn't willingly release them, there was no easy way to retrieve them. "Hey, I wonder who it is." "Don't worry. I'll bluff him a little." After thinking about it, the only option was to use a trick, but whether this monster would fall for it remained to be seen. "Isn't this the esteemed immortal, Lord Yantu? Why is he as knave as my disciple?" Then Hu Quilin put on a smile and greeted the demonic Jiatu. "Another stunning beauty. Her charm is really alluring." Seeing Hu Quilin, the demonic Jiatu's eyes narrowed into slits. "In that case, stay and become my ancient tomb wife. I don't know if it's her nature or what, but her words are becoming more and more unpleasant." "Hey, sure." However, facing his impoliteness, Hu Quilin didn't get angry and continued with a charming demeanor. "But I need to go back and ask my ancestors if they agree." But in the next moment, a very special and cold aura emanated from her, hinting at a sense of killing intent. You are from the eight-tailed spirit fox, the same lineage." This aura appeared, and the face of the demonic Jiatu immediately changed, as he felt the aura of the eight-tailed spirit fox from back in the day. "Yes, since I'm going to marry you, I must go back and ask my ancestors." Seeing his reaction, Hu Kulan knew her plan was working, so she intensified her tone. "Should I prepare some decent dowry for myself?" But to be fair, Hu Kulan wasn't really lying. She and the eight-tailed spirit fox were indeed from the same lineage, as both came from Changbai Mountain. You can leave now." The demonic Jiatu stared for a while, his face turning gloomy. He reluctantly let go of the soul of Liao Fengyi, but not that man. However, he didn't easily give in. Even though he took a step back, he still refused to release Liao Fengyi's soul. "What if I say no? He is with us." When Hu Kulan heard this, her face also turned serious. "Hey, how could his techniques be related to you? They come from Guani." This time, what the demonic Jiatu said wasn't entirely without reason. Liao Fengyi was a human, not a fox fairy, and his techniques were clearly different. Even if the eight-tailed fox comes, she won't be able to say anything. So don't expect me to release him. So now, rescuing him means tearing their faces apart with the demonic Jiatu. Unless you kill me. Now the situation was deadlocked. Apart from fighting, there seemed to be no other way to resolve it. But just as the situation was at a stalemate, Hu Xiang and Xiaodi suddenly noticed that the body of the demonic Jiatu trembled, and his face immediately changed. He quickly sat down cross-legged and started meditating. "Master, what's happening to him?" Then, beads of sweat rolled down his face. It seemed that he had encountered some major trouble. It seems that the silly boy is not useless. Xiaodi didn't understand, but Hu Xiang realized that the issue probably lay within the demonic Jiatu. "All right, no need to worry anymore, Xiaodi. Do you want to come with me to look for treasure? Can he handle it?" Hu Xiangyu seemed to be in a good mood. She looked around and then said excitedly that she was going to search for treasures in the tomb. "There are treasures in this tomb, right?" "What kind of treasures?" Xiaodi was puzzled. In the tomb, they only saw a large stone tablet and an empty coffin, with no accompanying burial items. That's where the true tomb of the demonic Jiatu lies. Hu Kulan gestured with her hand, indicating that Xiaodi should look towards the stone cave above the tomb entrance, saying that's where the demonic Jiatu's coffin is stored. Let's go and take a look." "Wow, that's great." As the high priest of the Hyanbei, there was no shortage of accompanying burial treasures in the tomb. Now, even Xiaodi was excited. "Shen Laozu, all the gods and immortals, 3 clear Dao methods, assist me in breaking the tomb." Leaving the two who were excitedly searching for treasures in the tomb, let's talk about Liao Fengyi, who was trapped. At this moment, the 36 hand seals were completed rapidly. In a hurry, as the order commands. Liao Fengyi knew that this pitch-black space was created by the demonic Jiatu using his demonic eyes. Since that was the case, he must be able to break through. An intense soul-stirring formation was activated, and suddenly a dazzling golden light shot straight from Liao Fengyi towards the darkness above his head. This time, it worked well. A large hole was blasted open in the ceiling, and bricks and stones fell, revealing a 1-meter diameter opening. Seizing the opportunity, Liao Fengyi climbed out of the hole. At this moment, he also realized that this space was constructed by the demonic Jiatu using the tomb as a foundation, with all the walls made of tomb bricks. As soon as Liao Fengyi crawled out of the pitch-black space, he looked around and understood that he had entered the area of the demonic Jiatu's spiritual perception. "Serpent demon, come out." Now Liao Fengyi was no longer afraid and shouted at the demonic Jiaotu. "Kid, not bad at all." In fact, Liao Fengyi didn't need to shout. As soon as he rushed out of that pitch-black soul-trapping space, the demonic Jiaotu sensed it. "But in my spiritual realm, you have no right to act arrogantly." Liao Fengyi looked up and saw the demonic Jiaotu floating above his head. "Kid, you're going to die." The demonic Jiaotu was right about one thing. In his spiritual realm, he was like a godly existence. To die in my hands. As long as I have enough power, regardless of having a real body or not, I can almost achieve world-destroying levels. It's the karma you accumulated in your past life. After uttering these vicious words, the demonic Jiaotu gathered a surging energy and instantly released a palm strike. On someone else's turf, one would naturally be at the mercy of others, but Liao Fengyi remained unmoved. The demonic Jiaotu filled himself with a powerful energy, so strong that anyone struck by it would be instantly reduced to powder. Facing the overwhelmingly intimidating demonic Jiaotu, Liao Fengyi showed no trace of fear.